I said at the beginning, a ton of services that you can call in your application. And one of those services is a brand new one called inMarket. Now, inMarket is actually one, how should I make this easy? One marketplace that talks to all the other ones out there. So instead of having to upload or publish your application to multiple stores, you only do it in inMarket, and inMarket will make sure that it's available on those other stores as well. Sounds good? Yeah? You guys still with me? Yeah? Okay. It also makes managing your application a lot easier. So if you have an update for your application, obviously it's going to be a lot easier to update it in one application than having to go to all the different stores and, oh damn, what was my password again for this store and stuff like that. You know, just a nightmare. So this makes it a lot easier. Now, how does that work? So we actually have an SDK that makes it really easy for you to add this to your own application. And I'll show you that in a second. You submit your application to the inMarket portal, and again, inMarket will make sure that it gets distributed on all the app stores that are currently supported in there. So to look at that in a little bit more detail, you go to adobe.com first, where you download the SDK. That SDK you can actually add to your own applications in Flash Professional or Flash Builder, like I just showed you the examples there. And then you start building your application, and when you're done, you go to the inMarket portal. Again, just one site to go to, just one password to remember, and that's where you choose where you want your application to appear. So in this case, I chose Store B, and you'll see that it gets automatically published into Store B. And when I go back to inMarket, it'll actually tell me if I've made any money. So inMarket also has a dashboard that shows you where your app is available. It'll also show you if your app is, for instance, not accepted in one particular app store or something like that. And I'll show you an example later on. So a lot easier to use, and then obviously the inMarket portal will also tell you how much money you've made, and again, just one store to go to. So inMarket today supports the Intel App Up Center, and that is available today. So if you go and sign up for inMarket, you'll be able to publish your applications there. App Up will actually be pre-installed in a bunch of different devices, and also with a couple of retailers. For instance, here in the UK, Pason is a well-known brand, and they will pre-install App Up on some of their devices. But also on OEMs like Asus will also have App Up pre-installed on their devices. Now, later next year, we'll add more stores to it, and we'll add mobile, tablet, and TV stores. And then by the end of next year, you'll see that we'll have a bunch of different stores that you can publish your application to, and not just for laptops or desktops or netbooks, but also for mobile, tablets, and TVs. So we launched inMarket a couple of